A lot of people are having the debate right now. Who is the fighter of the year? Is it Alex Periera or is it Ilia Topuria? And you guys, the case for both is quite good. However, I think we have the memory of goldfish collectively because Ilia Topuria, of course, it's impressive that he took out the number one featherweight, possibly the greatest featherweight of all time. Now, there's a little bit of an asterisk beside that because, Volk turned around really quickly after a brutal head kick knockout from Islam Makhachev. So a lot of people were thinking that he wasn't at his full strength. Now, would that have changed anything? I don't know, man. Ilia Topuria is a sniper, dude. He is so friggin' precise with his striking and his boxing. It is unbelievable. So there's a little bit of an asterisk there, but right now, after seeing what he did to Max, I don't think that would have changed anything. Now, what he did to Max, that was absolutely legendary.
Huge right now for Topuria. Doesn't punch himself out. Oh!
You know what I mean? Like he said, I'm going to be the first one to knock out Max Holloway, and he did it. And I thought Max Holloway, I've said this in another video, Max Holloway is the worst possible matchup for him because of the fact that he's never been KO'd before. And I think, he might have been knocked down twice in his career. You know what I mean? But Ilia is so precise. He clearly hits super hard and beating arguably two of the greatest featherweights of all time. Like that is something to be admired in the calendar year. However, to me, the fighter of the year is still Alex Periera. Guys, are we forgetting what he has done for the MMA community in the last 6 months alone? Let's not talk about the last 12. So, in the last 6 months alone, he has saved not one, not two, but 3 UFC cards. Remember, 6 months out from UFC 300, we did not have, 6 weeks. 6 weeks out from UFC 300, we did not have a main event, right? There was talks of Conor. Would it be Izzy? Who would it be, right? And I don't think they were able to find anybody to fit that bill, right? There were talks like maybe Khabib's going to come back for UFC 300. Bunch of nonsense. And then 6 weeks out, they couldn't pull anything off, so they went with Alex Periera. And Periera delivered. He knocked out Jamal Hill with relative ease.
Get out of here.
Then, fast forward, UFC 303. Right? It was supposed to be Conor versus Michael Chandler, but Conor stubbed his toe and therefore couldn't fight. And so who stepped up on short notice? Both Alex Periera and Yuri Prochazka go at it for a second time. Alex finishes him with relative ease. Whether or not he used his shaman magic, I don't know. But he finished him with relative ease. Then, UFC 307. Once again, relatively short notice. I think they had other plans other than Alex Periera for that fight. But he ends up stepping up. Him versus Khalil Rountree. Still, once again, I think it was only like 8 weeks out that those two guys were scheduled to fight at UFC 307. Still relatively short notice. So 3 times in 2024, Alex Periera has stepped up and essentially saved pay-per-views and put on stellar performances, finishing Khalil Rountree, finishing Yuri Prochazka, finishing Jamal Hill, 2 out of 3 former world champions, right? Not to mention the fact that he also stepped up and saved Madison Square Garden in 2023. If you remember, Jones and Stipe were supposed to fight on that card basically a year ago, and that did not happen. John Jones got injured. So in the last 12 months, basically 10 months, Alex Periera has fought 4 times, defeated 3 world champions, defeated Khalil Rountree, and saved 4 UFC cards. 4. He saved 4. To me, that outweighs Ilia Topuria having 2 scheduled fights with all-time greats. Like, let's not take anything away from that. But all-time greats where he had essentially full camps to prepare for each one of them, right? He had full camp to prepare for Volk, full camp to prepare for Max, right? Both of which, like, still incredibly impressive, right? And I would say if there wasn't a guy named Alex Pereira, he should be Fighter of the Year, right? But Alex Pereira fought and destroyed Jamal Hill, Yuri Prohaska, and Khalil Rountree on relatively short notice. Khalil Rountree doing the best out of all 3, right? So I think we need to give the man his flowers. I think we need to give him his due. To me, Alex Pereira is still Fighter of the Year, and quite frankly, I think he would have fought one more time if the UFC had asked him to, right? I think he had said that, you know, if it were UFC 307, he would be okay with fighting again, you know, towards December or January if the UFC had asked him, right? But they found Bilal Muhammad to take the spot for UFC 310. So Alex Pereira, there's no doubt in my mind that he is Fighter of the Year, but certainly Ilia Topuria, there is a great case. He had an incredible performance. The dude is absolutely just, like, I can't get over the guy's confidence. Like, I will believe him from now on when he says, I'm going to do whatever I'm going to do to my opponent, right? I'm even at the point, like I said in the beginning, where I believe that he is so confident that he's, I don't know, man. Like, I think he's crazy to say I'm going to submit Islam Makhachev. I think he's absolutely insane. And frankly, I don't think that fight is happening for a long time, right? Like, Islam's going to defend his belt at least one more time at lightweight. I forget who the conversation. Oh yeah, Arman Sarukian, right? And then he's probably going to go up to welterweight unless Bilal is still the champion, right? Because I think if Bilal's still the champion, he's going to stay out of there because they train together, they're friends, they're probably not going to fight, right? And so, like, he's probably going to be afforded that opportunity. Ilia probably needs to defend the belt at featherweight a couple more times, right? There's Aljo versus Evolov that's coming up, and whoever wins that's probably going to get a crack at the title. You know, there's talk of him doing a rematch with Volkanovski, which frankly none of us really want to see, but Volk deserves that. Like, I don't think things are going to go any differently now that, you know, he's knocked out Max. I think he's going to knock out Volk again, unless maybe Volk can out wrestle him, but that's a tall order, dude. I don't think he's going to be able to do that. And then you've got, you know, Diego Lopez, right? I don't think he's going to have a problem with Diego Lopez. I think he's going to be able to defend against Volk again. You know, the question will be Aljo or whoever wins Aljo versus Evolov, which a lot of people are saying Evolov's going to win that. I think Evolov would probably be the toughest guy for him to beat, but still, you know, he arguably lost to Arnold Allen. Once again, I said that I don't think Ilia Topuria is going to have any problem defending his belt against anybody in the division right now. So that's my take. What do you guys think? That's who I think is Fighter of the Year. Man, hit the like and subscribe button. Helps with the algorithm, helps grow the channel. We will see you guys next time.